Hello, beautiful souls. How y'all doing? If you're new here, welcome. I'm Brainy, and this is Brainy Twin Gemini. If you're a returning sub, welcome back. Love to have you as part of our soul tribe and our loving vibe. A little bit about me and this channel. I believe to be on one of the purest, rawest forms of love, twin flame love, that we encounter on this earth. I brushed shoulders with my beloved for a good couple of decades before we came into each other in physical embodiment. We were at the same concert venues, we went to the same clubs, we went to the same college, and believe it or not, we lived on the same street. And we did not acknowledge each other in those couple of decades until probably 2019, when it was the divine time for both of us. We had fast, furious, raw, vulnerable love at that moment in time, but it wasn't sustainable. So we went our separate ways to continue our awakening and our healing journey. And by the grace of God, we are together today. At this very moment, we live together. We just have beautiful, beautiful love. I'm merely just a messenger on this journey. So take what resonates, pack away what does not. Think of me as a friend, a guide, a coach, a mentor, however you resonate on this journey. I started this in 2019, as I alluded to just a second ago, and I've been journaling since the age of 9. But when I was in physical separation, I received, I want to say, thousands of messages, and I wrote thousands of pages of these divine messages. And I still do to this day. I have a very, well, we all do, a gift to channel energy. But I believe that all of you, when you come into each other, you activate gifts within each other, specifically that sixth sense, that third eye. I want to talk about that for a second. This kind of leads into the message. There has been, it's been like uncontrollable drainage. It's clear, coming from, I want to say, either the ears, the nose, or the throat. And for me, it's more so, it just seems to come out of nowhere. There's no rhyme, no reason to it. Well, there is. You don't have a cold, but there's a lot of this drainage that is purifying and your third eye. So your third eye is like, it governs like your intuition. It is like, yeah, it's your awareness, everything. And you know, it helps us to see things more clearly, like the big picture. So I feel it's predominant in the Twin Flame Collective right now, especially for the masculine. As they purify this third eye, they're seeing things a lot more clearly than they haven't seen before. One of the things that is very big with the masculine energy today, we live in the moment. Sometimes energy is static, and it can stay the same, but sometimes it will not always stay the same, or fluid. And the masculine has jumped off the Ferris wheel of fear. They have lived their life in fear, like just fearful, like I want to say a perpetual worrier, like worrying about everything, things that they cannot control. So they've just let go of that and freed themselves of that prison that they put themselves in. Fear is like a very, it really truly can take a hold of your life and take away the harmony and the bliss and the freedom that you deserve. I don't know, so many souls live in fear. Fear is, a small amount of fear is healthy. When you're worrying about everything in life, it's robbing you of your happiness, your peace, and your harmony. So they've jumped off that Ferris wheel of fear. And that is so beautiful. And they're just feeling like, oh, wow, I can't believe I've lived my life this long with all of this fear, this within me. So beautiful momentum. I can't always be the bearer of good news. I have to be honest. I have to be truthful. I have to portray the energy the way it's meant to. And there is a bit of a storm warning out there for this masculine energy. Just to be careful to who you listen to. And there's someone in your, I want to say your tribe, your soul tribe, that isn't being forthright and honest. So as that third eye purifies and cleanses, just and you see things for what you're meant to see, just pay strong attention to your gut, your intuition, your guide. And if it's pulling you and pushing you to make a decision about something, trust your intuition on this one. It's just a simple warning. I have the heart and unconditional love, and I just feel like both of you simultaneously are holding your hearts for each other first and foremost. But this energy, like, some of you ask me like, how did you know you were coming in? Did you into physical reunion? My body used to vibrate. That's the only thing I can. It used to like shake, vibrate, tremor, like whatever, and it is a wild feeling. And it seemed to come out of nowhere. It seemed to come when my mind was still. And like there was like, it was just still. And how do you get there? By meditating and clearing and just saying the same things over and over again until you get to that meditative state where your mind is free and clear of the pollution. And when that, and then I use it, I would vibrate, but there was a very strong push, pull energy. And that started in August, and that started after my beloved ended his karmic situation. Like, it was so powerful. And I was just so drawn physically to make a move. I don't know if there's any right or wrong answer. It's all contingent on you and your journey. But for me, that's what happened. I hope that gives you some clarification. I probably didn't. Back to this masculine energy. So read the comments on the channel. There's communication occurring every single day for some of you. It's beautiful. There's something very dynamic happening behind the scenes that you don't always see. If you're following, first and foremost, your guide, your intuition, your gut, and journeying through your soul journey and overcoming some obstacles, and they're thrown on your path purposely to see if you overcome them with faith, love, and trust, or bitterness, anger, and how do you deal with these obstacles? It's perfectly natural to be confused. It's perfectly natural to jump on the anger train because it's overwhelming sometimes, and the anger is always a secondary emotion. There's a primary emotion attached to anger, and that could be deep hurt. You're hurt when you go into physical separation. It feels like somebody ripped your heart out and stomped on it. It's natural to go through all of these emotions. The most important thing is, do you migrate with the voice of love or the pollution of thought? That's where this journey can become very tricky. So I do feel communication is very powerful. As I say that, my throat, like, it's crazy how this stuff happens. I'm so sorry. So yeah, just, it's beautiful. There's beautiful, I want to say, endings and new beginnings. So there's cycles that are completing, and that they need to. And then there's new beginnings as a result of these endings. So I love it all so much. Expect, some of you, a close encounter. So this was one of those things too, where I always felt like I'm very active, and I was walking, and I always felt like I was gonna run into my beloved, or like, it was weird. Like, felt like we always had these close encounters. It's almost, you're crossing paths you know, the same time, but you're not acknowledging that physical element of each other. There's going to be some very, very close encounters for both of you, and I feel like it's gonna, some of these close encounters are gonna result in like, hey, wow, communication. They're put there for a reason. You feel that energy very powerfully when your twin is near. You do. It's overwhelming. But I feel like there's going to be some beautiful close encounters. This masculine cares and loves you deeply. They've, as this purification continues to occur, specifically with the third eye, and they become more aware, they know what you are to them. They absolutely 100% know. I know it's hard to believe, but they do. And if you're not new, and if you are new, I say this over and over again, just to give you peace, I don't hope, faith, and clarification. But when the first moment I came back into physical harmony or embodiment with my beautiful beloved soul, we went and we had a coffee. And we were sitting out talking, and I was saying I was in, you know, school, and I wanted to do a documentary, which I still do. I just have writer's block right now on the awakening process and what twins do, because there's a lot of bullshit out there, and this is really truly true. So the world needs to see it from a different perspective. But anyways, I was telling him that he's like, I said awakening, and he said on twin flames, and I was like, I cannot. Like, I almost choked on my coffee. I was like, I cannot believe he just said that. Like, because I thought in my orbit, there was no way that he would ever spew those words out of his mouth. I thought I would be the first one to say it, but no, he did. And I was like, where? Like, I didn't say anything. I didn't even acknowledge it, to be quite honest, because I couldn't believe it. I was in utter shock. And then, you know, we spoke about it afterwards. It was like, where? Like, that's so random for him to mention that first. I was just, so they know. And vice versa. You know, you both know, but it's like, what do you do with that information? Like, what do you do? Because there's that element of fear always. Fear of rejection, fear, what if they don't feel the same? Because if you don't have contact, how would you know? The only thing that leads you is you, and you get closer to your faith, not further from it. And if you're getting further from it, and someone's taking you away from your faith, then you might want to reevaluate your situation, because this is meant to bring you closer to your faith, not further. And there are a ton of obstacles in the way in order for you to get to each other. So beautiful. Some of the masculines are feeling a little bit of negative thoughts or negative energy. It's not their own. So that's messages for you, feminine. If you're feeling a little bit deflated, defeated, confused, angry, all I can suggest is ground that energy. If, you know, have a hot bath with Epsom salt. If you're not a bath person, put your feet on the ground, you know, and on the ground, and just get that earth to absorb that low vibrational energy. They also want you to know that nothing can sever our soul bond. You know, I'm so sorry, I'm so stuffed up and I don't know where it's coming from. Nothing can sever our soul bond. I know there's some stuff out there like cut the cord or whatever, you know, the silver cord. It can't. Save yourself some time, money, and energy. This is divinely orchestrated. There's nothing that's going to sever this cord except for one divine source. And that's a source that has a far greater energy than all of us, you know? So nothing can sever our soul bond. And they want you to know that they're meditating unconditional love. Mostly for you, but there are some people in their lives that they care about, that they feel if they meditate this unconditional love for them, it will heal some of these, I want to say, parasites. They're just not healthy for your masculine, but they are meditating. Meditating and praying are pretty much the same thing. It's like mantras, you know, so you meditate. Yes, some of you have asked. I have a ton of meditation videos out there on my channel, but I will do one specifically for physical touch because some of you have asked for it, so I will do that for you. And I will do subliminals in the background, so it will manifest that into your life. Beautiful. Love it all so much. 3 other beautiful messages for you beautiful loving souls is, I feel you forever in my heart. You're in my thoughts and the air I breathe. You are a jewel, a sparkling diamond. Your heart is like a great ocean of love. Thank you. This pretty much speaks for itself. You are a diamond. You are a jewel. You are a blessed, 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 beautiful, gifted, most benevolent soul. What you do for each other and what you are going to do together, you are going to conquer the world with your unconditional love. I feel such love in this energy right now. Trust in the healing power of love, for it's only through love that happiness is possible. Observe all that transpires. Don't get emotionally attached. Can't believe this. I'm so sorry. The storm will clear. I was just talking about a storm warning. You can be of assistance to the one you love only if you remain positive. That's exactly it. There's some negative energy. There are some storm warnings. Trust in the healing power of love. That's all I can say. Navigate your journey with the voice of love in the heart and not pollution of thought, because that pollution is just going to suffocate you. So, I'm so sorry about this, folks. Life is constantly changing, yet at the core, it remains the same. Love does not change. It only grows stronger. Change is simply love unfolding. It's never-ending story. This journey is about change and transformation. It absolutely is. You morph into your true authentic self, your higher self. You get intimate with your higher self. It's a beautiful, beautiful evolution. And as many of you know, signs and syncs and serendipity are part of this journey. When you come in and you nudge each other to, well, force each other to awaken, it's not voluntary, and it can be very, very scary. But sometimes your daily comfort are these numbers, these beautiful animal messengers, whatever it may be. But they're there to remind you that you're sane. Because sometimes you may feel like you're losing your mind. But I believe animals are just a very, very beautiful part of this journey. And the female animal spirit message today is lion spirit, and it's be generous of spirit. Be generous of spirit is God, divine, universe. Be grateful. That's one of those things, and lions also represent courage. So your courage and loyalty is helping that masculine jump off the Ferris wheel of fear. It's so beautiful. Another thing is sometimes when we ask from spirit, God, divine, or universe, however you resonate, we have to be grateful too. You can't always put stuff out there without having gratitude. And believe it or not, what you've been given is a gift. It's a blessing. You've encountered the most beautiful form of love on this planet Earth. And yeah, it is difficult, but it is also, it has been given to you as a sacred gift. So be generous and grateful. So I love that so much. Masculine is white raven spirit, which I've never seen. I don't know if they even exist here in Canada. But again, it's white raven spirit and is trust in the magic. I love this so much because there's so many things that are occurring with the masculine, outstanding, freakish signs. And they're like, I can't believe this. Like, it's almost like spirit, divine, God is coming to them and just energetically, I don't know, slapping them in the face. To, you know, like believe in themselves, first and foremost, believe in trust and have faith in the love that you both share. And the overall animal spirit message for the Twin Flame Collective today is bat spirit. And I am not a big fan of bats. I'd probably run like a girl and scream if one came close to me, but they all have a significance here on our earth. And the message is a rebirth is assured. So rebirth is a rebirth within you. A rebirth is also a rebirth in your connection. And closing, you know, that, I want to say, physical gap and coming back into each other in physical harmony. So I love this message also very much. And if any of this message resonates, kindly hit subscribe if you haven't already. Like, comment. Love to read your comments. And of course, if you do, you can be put in a weekly giveaway, which will be, the winner will be announced tomorrow on Friday. Good luck, everyone, and have a beautiful day.